How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and oh man, has there been so much Pokemon X and Y information revealed recently. It's crazy. I've been covering as much of it as I can over on my website, Marriland.com. But I've also decided, rather than doing just one video showing, like, everything revealed, I'm splitting all this stuff into multiple videos. That way it'll make it easier for you to kind of just see what you want. I already have some videos up showing this, so if you haven't seen them yet, check them out. But anyway, I think it's time now to talk about some of the other things revealed in the Nintendo Direct yesterday morning, which would have been June 11th. Let's start by taking a look at the trailer. What do you say?
Welcome to the Kalos region, home of your new Pokemon adventure. An amazing new world to explore.
Okay, so let's take a look really quick at some of the features in the trailer. First of all, you can see the main character running outside of their house, running through a forest, running through a city, running by a windmill, running by some boats, running through town, and running through central Lumio City. That's pretty cool. Now, if you look carefully at the scene where the player's walking outside of their house, you can see there's this Rhyhorn here, just kind of chilling there in the front yard. I don't think it's a statue or anything, because it seems to have some kind of like a beach ball next to it. So maybe it's like a pet Rhyhorn. I don't know. Interesting. Now, even though this clip may not seem very special and it's rather short, you can see the player character running through a forest with another character, a girl, running behind him, kind of following him. While that may indicate it's some kind of like a partner, as they do in some of the previous games, it also is really interesting if you look at the most recently revealed Korokoro leak, which actually shows that character as being one of your main friends throughout the game. Currently her Japanese name is Sana, but we'll have to see what it ends up being. Still, that's rather interesting that it does show this, because you can't miss those pink clothes and those pigtails. While this clip is very short, it's actually taken just south of your house. You can actually look at the footage from the trainer running out of their house, and there's this patch of flowers down at the bottom. Well, that lines up perfectly with the patch of flowers you see in this video. So that's where that hiker guy is. He's kind of a little bit southwest of your house. This windmill sort of matches up with the windmill shown in the Kalos map up in the northeastern part of it, in the snowy kind of area. And you get a boat, and you get a boat, and you too, and here's a boat for you. Boats for everyone. Okay, so here we are at that place that looks like the Eiffel Tower, right? Well, take a close look at it. See that symbol on the entrance? Is that a gym? Yeah, well, that's definitely the Pokemon League symbol for gyms, so maybe there's a gym in the middle of that gigantic tower. How cool is that?
A place where you will discover many new Pokemon.
So at first glance here, you can see the 3 starter Pokemon. However, if you take a close look at it, the background almost looks like it's the inside of a Pokeball, if you can imagine what that's like. Now, whether or not you get to choose the 3 of them inside of like a single Pokeball, or this is just some cool effect, I don't know, but it looks pretty neat regardless. Next, let's take a look at battle entries. As you can see here, this is the trainer getting into a fight against a wild Pancham. Pretty sweet intro. But what gets extra interesting is if you look at the next intro with the Helioptile, which says, "Whoa, the Helioptile you stepped on attacked." Now, how on earth do you step on a Helioptile anyway? That would hurt. But it looks like it's in a rocky area, so maybe that's where you run into Helioptile. Next up, we see the trainer throwing a Pokeball and releasing his Fennekin, fighting against a Zoroark. But then we also get a chance to see 2 new Pokemon. That's right, Vivillon, which might be Vivillon actually, I don't know. And then Noivern. Both of these Pokemon look really cool, but they're also covered in other videos of mine, so please check the links in the annotations or in the description to see them. Then, we get a chance to see what it looks like when you throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon. Looks pretty cool, this trainer trying to catch a wild Pikachu.
Introducing a new type of Pokemon, Fairy type. Sylveon is just one example of this 18th Pokemon type, which is super effective against Dragon-type Pokemon, adding a new twist to your battle strategies.
Yep, that's right. Fairy is now the 18th Pokemon type. Pretty interesting, huh? So on top of Sylveon being a Fairy type, Marill is a Fairy type. What? That is crazy. I don't know how I feel about that, but hey, I think it's alright. Now, I already talked about this in another video, so if you want to hear more about the Fairy type, please check out that video. I'll have a link in the descriptions, and there should also be an annotation here for you to check out. But yeah, definitely pretty interesting.
Another new feature is Pokémon-Amie, an exciting way to bond with your Pokémon. Feed, pet, and play with Pokémon to deepen the connection between you. Whether big or small, you can even copy your Pokémon's actions to make them happier.
What? Pokémon-Amie? What? Oh man, that is crazy. Like really, where do I even begin? You get to pet your Pikachu now. I mean, look at that. You can just keep petting this thing. That's just crazy. Look. Not only do you get to pick which sweets Sylveon eats, you get to feed those sweets to Sylveon directly, and you watch as it devours those sweets just as it devours your soul, and then prances around merrily afterwards. I mean, look at it. It's just eating and eating those sweets, so content. It's just crazy. And then, whoa! Right, but then don't forget to pet your Lucario. It really likes it. Feeding Zoroark is also very important too, although you gotta watch out. It might just bite off a finger or something, so that's why you should always use a stylus. Big Pokemon will sometimes take 2 screens in order to manage, like Tyranitar and Snorlax here. It's important to interact with the Pokemon in Pokémon-Amie in order to build the bond between you and your Pokemon. Apparently this also has some sort of effect that helps out in battles or something, although not a lot has been revealed about that just yet. Open your mouth! Do it! Pikachu tells you to! Good, trainer. Now go wide-eyed! Man, you're a pro at this. Now, do a barrel roll. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Well, now you've gone and made Pikachu all overjoyed. Look at you. Wow, that's something. But you have to take a look at this face. And then this one. I don't know, those just crack me up for some reason.
Get ready for the next evolution in Pokemon. Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Coming worldwide, October 12th, 2013.
Oh my goodness, 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 oh my goodness. October 12th, 2013! A date has finally been announced, guys! Worldwide on October 12th. We know the date now. It isn't just sometime in October. It's October 12th! Anyway, you also get a chance to see both Xerneas and Yveltal in battle. Which attacks they're using are still currently unknown. However, Yveltal's attack does sound extremely reminiscent of the original Red and Blue's Hyper Beam.
Ready for the next evolution in Pokemon.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty interesting, and it would kind of make sense with the name like Hyper Beam with the Y in it and everything. So maybe it's possible that Xerneas has an attack with an X in it. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, I think that about wraps everything up from Tuesday morning's Nintendo Direct, which revealed a whole bunch of this information. However, there was much more information revealed later in the evening, which I will be covering in another video. So be sure to subscribe to me if you're not already subscribed so you'll know when it's up. And I strongly recommend checking out my website, Marriland.com, or more specifically, Marriland.com/Pokemon-XY, because I've been trying to just compile all of the different Pokemon from X and Y and all the different stuff. Been working really hard on it. I think you'll really like it. So go ahead and check it out. And as always, be sure to let me know in the comments what your favorite part of the Nintendo Direct announcements was. I look forward to seeing them. Anyway, thanks a bunch, everyone, and see you next time!